anybody go out and find it, like it would be nearby, right? If you come across it, let us know. We want the sample, right? Like on the news or something. Yeah.
The Earth is round.
There you go. You heard it here first, man.
Weird claim. Prove it.
Okay.
Round like a pizza.
Okay, wait, hold on. So you want me to prove that the Earth is round? So can you do me a favor? Okay.
No, full stop. The burden of proof is on the claim. You just made a claim. Now prove it.
I'm proving it. Okay, so can you do me a favor, right?
Pizzas are round and they're flat.
Okay, it's spherical. It's spherical. Next, thank you. Okay, anyways. Here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to stand up and I need you to jump. Okay, so what's going to happen when you jump?
Oh, you're retarded.
No, what's going to happen when you jump, babe? What's going to happen?
You're going to get exercise.
I'll tell you what's not going to happen.
I just did it.
The Earth isn't going to spin beneath you when you jump. Tell you that much.
Facts.
I did it anyway. I jumped up. Now what? Oh, they muted. Oh, shit.
Here you go.
Okay, so when you jump, right? When you jump, you're going to go up and down, right? So why are you going to go up and down? Why do you think?
Why isn't the Earth spinning beneath you?
You're not answering my question. So why do you think we go up and down when we jump?
Because you're denser than the surrounding medium.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory.
Does everything go down? Does everything go down?
What? No, that's not how physics works. Okay, anyways. So basically, you know why we go up and down? It's because this thing called gravity, right? So we all gravitate towards the center of the Earth's core, right? Because of gravity, which is inside the spherical planet. Which is inside the spherical planet, right? So how could we go up and down if there's nothing to gravitate towards?
Which gravity are you talking about? There's more than one. Did you know that?
Okay, anyways. So
no, not anyways. Which fucking gravity are you talking about?
Can you stop muting me?
Which gravity? I'm not muting you. Just answer the question and they'll stop muting you. Which gravity are you talking about?
The gravity of your fat mother.
Which kind of gravity? Get real.
Be specific. No pun intended.
The gravity of your land whale mother.
Did you know there's two kinds of gravity?
Girl, I don't care.
No, you don't care. But you're claiming gravity, but you don't even know there's two different kinds.
Bitch, the only two.
Bitch, please.
304 in the house.
Y'all really.
Glover's getting wrecked.
That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Bitch, please.
No, you're going to have to be specific about which type you're talking about.
Okay, a glober. So y'all, isn't it?
Dub. Don't encourage it.
Fair enough.
And by it, they meant the topic. Don't encourage this topic.
Yeah, well, that was easy.
Quick question on gravity. So, if like they said, will it get is the argument from Globers then that the further down in the Earth I go, the stronger gravity gets? Like, is there so far I go down where I just can't hold up my own weight anymore? Like, is that a Globers argument?
Here, I got a hypothetical for you, Pat. Right? Let's say hypothetically you could have a tunnel that goes all the way through the Earth from through the center, right, from one side of the Earth to the other, the globe. Right, and you drop something down the hole. What's going to happen?
This is what I'm getting at. Yeah, depends where in the hole I am, doesn't it? Like if I'm smack bang in the middle.
Well, let's say you jump down the hole, right, and say the hole is like heat proof, right? It's temperature controlled. And
Yeah, I get
you
what
just jump down. What's going to happen when you get towards the center?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to shoot past the center and then slow down, and then go back the other way. Apparently, like.
But what about all the mass next to you?
Well, what do you mean next to me? If there's enough room for me to turn around in this imaginary tunnel thing, yeah, sure.
You're in free fall, bro. Free fall.
Huh?
You're in free fall. You're falling.
Yeah, I'm just going to go up and down like a yo-yo, no?
Well, if you go with Newtonian, right, they're saying that the mass is attracting other matter, right? So you've got this hole, right, that's going through the mass, right?
Yeah.
So as you're falling down through it, there's going to be there's going to be this a huge amount of mass beside you and above you as well.
Yeah.
So what's that mass doing? Is it pulling you to is it wanting to pull you to the side, slow you down?
No, because it won't pull me to like left and right, would it? Because I'm in the center of even greater amounts of mass, which would be pulling me towards.
Wouldn't you hover
the
in
center,
place?
wouldn't it? Like the center.
But as you go down, there's less and less mass below you pulling on you, and more mass beside you in all directions pulling on you as well.
In a sphere, really? No, the deeper. That I don't think that's true, is it? Because the deeper in a sphere you go, if it's a perfect sphere, the deeper you go, the more you're in the center of mass. Like whichever way you put it, like. Yeah.
So is it more matter that makes the gravity pull stronger, or less matter?
More matter, because that's what it says, isn't it? Well,
as you get closer to the center, you're reaching the place where there's going to be less matter below you and more matter above you.
Again, with being in a sphere, you're still
around you.
You're still at the center of mass, though. Like I get what you're saying.
Stuck in place.
You'd eventually, like I say, you'd yo-yo up and down the tube, and then eventually, I think you'd come to a stop. Yeah, given enough time in like the center, and you'd be pretty just stranded, floating in the air. I guess.
Couldn't move.
I don't know. But again, I'm not saying this would happen. I'm just saying, is this what Globers argue? Like.
No, it doesn't make sense. That's my point. It's ridiculous to even try to think about, right? Here's another one, right? Let's say you hypothetically
I didn't the tube thing, but
bro, right? This time you're just digging a hole, right? So you're digging, and you get down to the center of the earth, right? So the hole's above you, right? And you keep digging through, right? And then you're going past the center point. Now what? Do you have to? Are you upside down? You all of a sudden you're upside down. Are you now digging up, and then you've got nothing under your feet? Like, how's that work?
Well, I wouldn't. No, obviously, I wouldn't. You'd just keep going the same way, wouldn't you? I don't think you'd feel the effects of it personally.
You'd be upside down, though. You'd be upside down, right? So, say you're in the top. You're at the North Pole. You're digging a hole down. Yeah. So you're standing upright the whole time, and somehow you're getting the dirt out of the hole, right? And you keep digging, and then you get to the center, and you keep digging through. Right?
Yeah, you think you'd like go from digging down?
Upside down from upright.
You go down sideways up is what you.
The higher you get, do you fall back to the center?
Yeah.
Just start putting like little like those rock climbing things in, because now you're like okay, so say you're in Australia and you dig the hole.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, I don't think the thing does make sense. I was hard.
He's saying it would perpetually ping pong back and forth.
Yeah, I think I've seen it in a film. What's that film? Called like Incredible, Inhuman or something. But yeah. Like I'm curious. I want to know exactly what would happen though. At the center of the earth.
Neil deGrasse Tyson could tell you.
Fucking could not.
Yeah, that's
where does gravity come from?
Turns out,
gravity. Where does it come from? Neil has no idea. He says, "Next question, please."
Where does it go to?
Where does it go to?
Yeah, where does gravity go after it gets where it's going? Does it stop there and don't do anything, or what's it do?
I do not follow that. I'm not gonna lie.
So gravity just it finds the center of stuff and just sits there?
Nah, it's an effect, isn't it? Again, it's not.
I don't know what it is.
Byproduct of the mass in it. It's not something.
So where's it at?
It's the bending of space-time, they say. So any mass in space will actually create the gravitational effect.
Yeah, it's an effect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's kind of like D-Mog said, though. They can't prove the causation of this. They can't do it in a bucket in a lab. It's just they don't know why the gravity happens, so they can't actually prove it to be actual in existence.
Well, they're saying it's down at the same time as being in a vacuum is making everything orbit. And then they have a Lagrange, and they have everything that's the opposite of itself. So gravity's doing all this stuff. So where is it coming from if it's down and up?
So either way, right? Like with Newtonian or Einsteinian, it's the large body of matter, right, that causes gravity, creates gravity, right? But what makes large bodies of matter form? Well, they say that's gravity, right? Gravity makes large bodies of matter form.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so what large body of matter existed in order for the first large body of matter to exist?
I don't think it was a larger. It wasn't that there was a large body of matter. It's just there was a large.
But that's what creates gravity.
One sec.
That's what creates gravity.
No, I think it's when something is larger than stuff around it. It creates the biggest gravitational pull. So then from there,
until there's nothing smaller around it, there's no gravity.
I think it's like the moment you had something that was bigger than something else, we had that effect. I think that's how.
But before that,
that's mass attracts mass.
Well, that's yeah.
But I'm saying the actual. If you take a rock and you put it in space, it's going to bend the fabric of space, right?
Exactly.
And whatever you have around that rock is going to have a gravitational pull. And if it's like a small rock and they're like 10 feet apart, I'm willing to bet there's probably not going to be enough of a gravity well, if that makes any sense, to pull on each other. I don't really know exactly how it works.
When you're in NASCAR,
to begin with.
You draft each other in NASCAR, but that's only with the medium. It's not in a vacuum.
Yeah, they say it doesn't work on Earth because everything's being pulled to the center of Earth. So our mass doesn't even matter. And that's why I think the Cavendish experiment is such a bunch of crap. Like, they're saying that these little needles are attracted to each other. It's a pretty stupid experiment.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Yo, what one big pond, bro? You can hear me. I'm sure you can hear me, bro. Stop spamming me in the side chat, man. I'm not like a horrendous guy. Come into the VC, bro. I don't like being rude. He starts spamming shit in the side chat and get into VC, bro. You're not even in the channel, man. For fuck's sake.
So they say that hydrogen atoms, right? They have a natural propensity to repel each other. They're not naturally attractive. But if there's this mass, if there's trillions of them in a condensed area, right, in a space, millions and trillions of them, then suddenly they realize that there's a center of them, and they go, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be repelling. I'm supposed to be going towards that middle point there amongst us all, right? Like, what the fuck? Why would a lot of things that naturally want to repel, right, be attracted to each other just because there's a lot of them?
Don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Isn't that what makes it like a shit? I nearly said law, but I stopped myself.
He said 8 million repulsions equal one good attractor.
It doesn't make any sense. Suddenly there's just, that's considered to be like a singular mass. All these tiny little things that are repelling each other are suddenly a singular joined together all together. No, what? Why? What's the difference between a tiny amount of these things that will never want to stick together in a million years compared to like a trillion of them deciding that they better stick together now. They better fuse together now.
I get what you're saying. Like, where's the switch? Like, exactly where's the switch? It's a fair point.
Right.
Yeah, and why?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. And why? Yeah. No, it's. I don't know, bro. Mathematics, bro. We've been through this.
That's what it is, man.
It knows to be buoyant.
But are these things naturally like why are we making the claim that we're always at some stage previously they weren't attracted to each other? Like, is it not just the constant state of the
when have you ever
theory of nuclear fusion that it takes great heat and great pressure to cause two hydrogen atoms to fuse their nuclei together.
I miss that.
Like extreme pressure and heat. Unimaginable pressure and heat.
I hate to bring this up, but one of the dumbest Glover claims is how time gets bent in space. Like, they never explain how that actually happens. It's really irritating.
Don't they say you can go back in time or something like that if you go fast enough?
No, they say that like time slows down, like for astronauts in space, than it does for us on Earth, and that just it's like they'll say time, I think, speeds up around a black hole than it would for us on Earth, and that the whole concept doesn't make any sense.
Other way around.
Time dilation?
Is it?
Dilation is?
Yeah, time the other way around.
Yeah.
Time speeds up when you get away from Earth. For you be older, and then around a black hole you can stop time or go through time or some shit supposedly.
And again, is this true or a theory, or is this bullshit? Or...
No, it's real. It's called the twin paradox. The one twin that went up on the ISS or the satellite, whatever, he was the younger twin, and then by the time he came back after so long on the ISS, he was the older twin. No, it's supposed to be a real fucking thing, brother.
Oh shit! Okay, I thought it was just like for movies and Interstellar. And...
No, it's just that if you have a ball. Right? It's a time machine. As long as anything leaves that ball to a bigger ball and that ball's spinning, your mouse, your rat, your cockroaches, you put them on a little ball and take them from the little ball and they'll automatically age faster than all the other larvae, worms, bugs.
So how, like, aging is nothing.
No. Hold on, brother. Listen, that doesn't really happen. In reality, if you spin a ball around and put a bird on the ball that's just been born, and like a batch of birds, like both born to and you put another one on there away from it, not spinning, they're both going to age the same.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Aging is just the lack of being able to regenerate cells at like the same rate, essentially. And I don't see why that rate of cell regeneration would change.
Now, if you had some type of hyperbolic or some type of chamber that you could put them in, then you might be able to keep them looking younger than they're doing. But other than that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get why it would change cell regeneration. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen all this shit.
You think that's fake?
No, obviously not. Again, up into space and on the moon and shit. Nah, neither do I. It's just too convenient. They were trying to beat the Russians to it, and it just so happened to be the Americans that won. It's a bit too...
And rover. Yeah. What do you think about that? You buy into it?
The what?
Helicopters on Mars? Rovers on Mars?
Probably not. It'd be very, very profitable to bullshit like that, especially with the interest in science at the minute and exploration. It just so happens like I can imagine the amount of capital that's going to be gained from showing it, so probably not. There's a lot of to be in. So,
what about the James Webb Space Telescope images? You like those?
Yeah. From what I've seen, let me just Google some of them. Let me just Google one sec. But
just type this in. Type in James Webb images, and then hit images, right? And use your own common sense, and let me know what.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen all this shit.
You think that's fake?
No, obviously not. Again, it's just I assumed it was the same as the NASA shit. The fucking in fact, this is the composition shit, compositional shit, whatever it is, where they layer it up and everything, isn't it?
You can look at them.
You can look at them. I just told you I have a light in the distance. how, and then, come back to will not know anything about the object at all, except you see a twinkly light. Now, do you think from me shining that light on you or whatever you see far away, 3 miles away, do you think that you're going to make out my weight, height, distance, sex, color? No?
No.
No?
No.
Does any other glober in here think that?
I mean, I might.
So on Earth,
no.
So clearly on Earth, looking at a light is not going to tell you shit about what's on the other side of the light, right?
Not with my eyes.
No, not with
the light goes through a prism. You refract the light.
Thanks. Appreciate you.